So God, this makes me super excited as Guerrilla's Horizon online game reportedly not among canceled Sony projects. Tom Ivan over at VGC, Guerrilla's multiplayer Horizon game is reportedly not among a number of recently canceled titles over at PlayStation. Earlier this week, Sony Interactive Entertainment announced plans to lay off 900 employees worldwide, about 8% of its workforce. In addition to the planned closure of PlayStation London Studio, which sucks, goodbye PSVR 2 completely, even though they weren't working on the VR game, dude, that just tells you the future right there. It confirmed that the jobs would be lost at studios including Insomniac, Naughty Dog, Firesprite, and Guerrilla. Commenting on the restructuring, PlayStation Studios head and former Guerrilla managing director Herman Hulst said the company was, quote, reevaluating, end quote, how it operates, and that unnamed projects had been canceled. Following the announcement, Bloomberg's Jason Schreier reported that Twisted Metal live service game previously in development at Firesprite had been axed. Asked on X if Guerrilla's Horizon online game has also been canceled as part of the restructuring, he said that it hadn't. Guerrilla officially announced in December 2022 that it was working on an online game set in the Horizon universe featuring, quote, a new cast of characters and a unique stylized look, end quote. That part kind of terrifies me.
Fortnite.
Oh man, please don't do that, right? I think we're so used to Horizon, I think, being a certain style that why would you want to deviate from that? I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Right? Like, we're so used to, at this point, dude, hundreds of hours in for Horizon Zero Dawn, then into Horizon Forbidden West, and then the DLC with Burning Shores. You follow Aloy's story. And granted, we're getting a new cast of characters, so this does kind of free up opportunities to maybe change or lighten the art style. And when you say Fortnite? Oh, man.
That's just a recurrent annoyance nowadays in video games when something comes out and looks kind of like that. It's okay for most situations, but for Horizon, I want something a little bit more. This is Horizon that was being criticized for having Aloy's facial fuzz visible, and that just speaks to the level of detail that I hope we don't lose.
Well, exactly, but if they change the art style, and dude, if they go the Fortnite because they are chasing the Fortnite model, I'm happy that they haven't canceled it, because what we've heard is we're kind of getting this Horizon Monster Hunter-esque online game, right? And I'm all in. Dude, I am all in on this. I can't believe it. This is what we get. This will be incredible. Do not change the art style, though. We're already so accustomed to what we get with Horizon. To change that art direction, I think it's going to be off-putting to fans in some respect. It could warm up over time to fans as well, right? There is the other side of it. But are they looking then to captivate the younger audience as well, the Fortnite fans, and pull them into Horizon? Because what are you doing? You're chasing, Scott. They are chasing. And they chased the trend over at PlayStation, saying that they're going to do 12 live service games. 12 live service games, Scott. And then
that was just far too many to begin with.
Wow, that was let's take a bowl of spaghetti. We're gonna toss it on the wall and see which one sticks. Right?
Yeah.
And then we'll name this noodle Horizon, we'll name this noodle whatever Firesprite's working on, right? Like all this, and then Twisted Metal's now canceled. Like, I don't know if a Twisted Metal game is what people really wanted in the first place.
I actually disagree with that, just because Twisted Metal, the way it could have worked out is the way the in-lore, you could have had different tournaments. There could have been an ultimate winner. I'm not sure what that would have meant, but it kind of lends itself well. But Horizon Live Service fits as well.
Yes, I think it fits. I think it's more appealing than a Twisted Metal game, right? And you have Fair Games on the go right now with Haven Studios. You have Marathon right now with Bungie over there working on whatever they're doing, right, with Marathon to bring that over as a live service game. You have what essentially feels like Marathon and Fair Games almost competing in the same space, where Horizon is going to be completely different, right? Horizon could be what I'm hooked on personally right now with Skull and Bones, where I'm in there right now and I'm looking at the Smuggler's Pass and I'm going, dang, all right, I got to go do this. I gotta go do this. I got a week to do it. Now I'm down to 3 days, starting to panic a little bit because I'm not going to achieve everything I want to achieve in that week span, right? But it's that loop, the reward, and the grind. And when you get into a competitive side, that's a different loop and a different grind. But if you go
you're right.
co-op, right? If you go co-op with Horizon, that alone opens up, I think, to more gamers, more casual gamers in a sense, because it's not the competitive side, right? You talk to my brother, not a competitive guy whatsoever. It's funny, competitive as a kid, dude. I'm telling you, we were competitive, but when it comes to the gaming space, right, we're just that level.
He's just trying to hang out.
He just wants to chill. Let's go do some co-op stuff, right? Like Helldivers was a great space for us to hang, chill, go shoot some bugs, get wrecked, come back, do it again. But you're not up against the competitive side where we're jumping into Siege, we're jumping into PUBG, right? And you have that grind too if you get those passes. Dude, I just completed again another season of Siege, right? Level 100. Dude, I did it all. I do it every season. They're about to drop a new one. I'm there for day one, right? But on the other spectrum of it, go ahead.
Oh, if these live service games actually do a great job of pitching a loop to you, you can grab on and really enjoy that for years and years. We play Siege still to this day. But it has me thinking, I'm not sure if Horizon is going to hit that with you exactly. Now, we haven't seen any of it, of course. But if it does have that muted kind of style, and it is trying to chase a larger audience, I'm not sure if that's going to push you away, and you are the fan that will pay attention to this kind of a release. But I think this is Sony trying to open up the doors for everybody, because we're seeing just I don't want to call it the video game crash of 2024, but it's getting scary.
Yeah, no, it's the developer crash of 2024, right? Like that's where we're at. It is so disheartening. But when you move into what they've built with Horizon, it terrifies me that they want to deviate from that, right? Again, like we've seen different art styles come out. Prince of Persia, dude. Like there was
that's a good point.
Right? Prince of Persia when it first launched was somewhat gritty. You get into 2, Prince of Persia 2 was even more gritty, and then we get a cell shaded look, and then we got this side scroller, right, that we adore, Scott, and look at that art style too, right? So I'm curious to see what the art style looks like.
Backlash.
Dude, it did, right? But that's the point, right? This is where I'm getting at.
It wasn't fair.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't warranted whatsoever. It's a fantastic game, dude. It is in my my game of the year discussion. Like,
absolutely.
Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is an absolute incredible masterpiece. That if you looked at the style of the art and the gameplay, because it is 2D, and thought, oh, this is horrible, you were mistaken. Just straight up mistaken. You were missing a fantastic game. So, which then brings me back into Guerrilla of going, there is an opportunity for them to change the art style, right? It does warrant. But yeah, like when the minute you mentioned Fortnite, I was like, oh, ow, that one hurts. It just hurts so much, right? That's not what I want to see. We are so accustomed to one art style, one direction, that being a realistic vision for Aloy and all the tribes we interact with. When do we see this game, Scott?
Yeah, if this was announced in 2022, we're still a very few years away still. I wouldn't expect this until 2026.
Yeah.
End of 2025, perhaps. I'm not sure if everybody's kind of being shoved to put stuff out the door, if we're getting back into that crunch culture, but
hopefully not.
I rather hope not.
Yeah, so either way, I'm happy to see the game isn't canceled. When it comes out, though, not this year. That's for sure. We're not getting anything out of first-party studios this year from PlayStation.
No.
So, yeah. I think there's a lot of announcements around the corner in 2025.